All right. Uh, Good day. Everyone is watching. Just want to do a short video tutorial on a command line, a AWS CLI built. It's an open source project, so feel free to contribute if you want to. So this is a command line tool for analyzing AWS spend across your services, across regions, accounts and tags with forecasting. You can also do anomaly detection. You can do budget tracking. You can integrate with Slack to get Slack notifications, and you can also have a live watch mode, right? So the end goal of this is to save you from having to go into your AWS console every now and then to view your cost explorer. You can as well just do that from your CLI, query your CLI to get the information you need. Right. So I'm going to just talk about what the tool does. Called it AWS-cost-cli. It connects to your AWS account and it pulls cost data from the AWS Cost Explorer API, then displays it in a very clean and readable tables directly in your terminal. You don't need a browser. All you need is a terminal. You can break down your spend by service. You can break down your spend by region. You can break down your spend by account. If you have multiple accounts, even with tags, you can break down your cost by tag, and you can compare periods side by side. You can set budgets. Get forecast. You can detect anomalies and send cost reports to Slack, as I mentioned earlier, all from a single command. Now, before you start, what you will need, of course, an AWS account, which is free to create if you don't have one, a computer running Windows or macOS or Linux. Of course, you also need a terminal. Command prompts, PowerShell, Git Bash, or any terminal of your choice. Now, if you're going the Python route, which is an option, um, you will also need Python 3.9 or any version installed on your machine. And for you to check, if you want to check if Python is running, you can just run Python version. I'm going to use Git Bash instead anyway. So if you just simply run Python version, you will know the Python you have a high of 13.5, but anything from 3.9 is fine. If you don't have, you can just download from python.org, right? These details and everything is included in the README. If you're going the Docker route, which is option C, we have three options of using this. If you go the Docker route, you just need to install Docker, install Docker Desktop, and keep it running. Right now, the first step is to create your AWS account if you don't have any, which is basically free. Be just simple. Go to AWS, click create account, enter your email address, and choose an account name. Enter your credit card details. You will not be charged. It's free. It's free tier usage. Verify your phone number. You're prompted to do that. Select the basic free support plan and sign into the AWS Management Console. To use this CLI, you need to enable Cost Explorer. Very important. You need to enable Cost Explorer. So go to your AWS. When you log into your AWS, search for Cost Explorer and click it. Click the Enable Cost Explorer button on the page, and AWS will begin processing your historical cost data. Right. If you don't have any cost usage, of course you can still practice, but you might not enjoy it as such as people who uh, running historical cost data. Now, you might want to leave. You might just want to do some things. If your account is new, you might just want to do one or two things on your account just to generate a little bit data. I'll give you like 24 hours before you start using it. Now, to also use, you need to create a ham user. Right? Uh, always use IAM user for your operations. Don't log in with your root user. Right? So to create IAM user, when you go to the AWS console, click on your account name in the top right corner. Select security credentials from the drop down. Scroll down to the access key section. Click create access key. This is after you've created your IAM user anyway. Create access key. And on the use this screen, select command line, interface CI line, check the information, check pause, and click next. Then click on create access key. You will see two values. You can copy both. You can download it to your computer as well, but you can copy both immediately and save somewhere. Also, then the secret will not be shown again, right? It's just one off. So you have in that secret you have access key ID. You also have secret access key. You will need both to log into your console via your CLIs. You can store them somewhere safe, right? Never commit your access key to GitHub or share them publicly. If you accidentally expose them, delete them immediately from the AWS console and you create a new one. Now, the first step is to now install the tool, right? The AWS CLI tool. Now, we have three options, right? The option A is to install from uh, Python Py, now which is recommended. It's a very simple option. It installs the tool from a Python package index, which is PI, with a single command, right? Requirement, like I said earlier, all you need is Python 3.9 install, right? And what you need to do, um, I showed you earlier, I've installed my Python 3.9. I've installed my Python 3.9. So all you need to do to install this aws-cost-cli is to run pip install aws cost-cli. I'll give it some minute to install. You can see that defaulting to user as it installing. Right. It's done installing. The next thing you want to do is to check for version, right? AWS cost version is not found. So we need to go back to where the pip installed it. Right now, you can see that. You can see that right now. So that's our course version. So you should see the version number printed, and you're ready to use the tool. Right now, the second option is to install directly from GitHub, right? Which is also pretty simple. I'm just going to open another tab here. Just on tab here. So I have to install. Just git clone the repository. Git clone. Then you have the repo here. Let's wait until it's cloned. It's fully downloaded. So it's cloning the repo. So we need to now navigate into the folder now, which is, let's look for it, AWS cost-cli. Right. So navigate to the folder, AWS cost-cli. We are in the folder now, as you can see. So that's that. But that's not done. We need to create a Python virtual environment to be able to run our commands. So to do that, just Python -m environment, call it this. Wait for that. So that's a virtual environment created, but we still need to activate the virtual environment, right? How do you activate virtual environment? If you are using a Mac OS Linux, you want to do source.venv/bin/ activate. If you're using Windows PowerShell, you want to do .venv, then /script/activate. I'm using Git bash, so I'm going to run source .venv scripts activate. So activate the virtual environment, which is right. So you can see virtual environment activated. Now, when you do this now, of course, you might want to when the virtual environment is activated, of course, you will see this .venv at the beginning of your terminal prompt, and that's fine, right? Then you want to install the package now, right? Just do beep install .e. So the E flag installs the package in editable mode. Editable mode, meaning any changes you make to the source code take effect immediately without having to reinstall. So let's verify installation. So you can see the VS Code. Just ignore this. It's not necessary. So you can see because version 0.1. Now, so that's the second option, and the first option is to run from a Python package. The second option is to run from a GitHub repository. Now, the third option now is to run using Dockerfile. Right now, to run with Dockerfile, like I said, you need to have your Docker desktop installed. Right, so then you pull the image from Docker Hub. Now I'm going to open another tab here to do that. I have my Docker desktop. I'm going to start it. So when should you use this option? Use this option if you do not want to install Python or manage dependencies on your computer, right? You just install Docker desktop and keep it running, and that's what you need. I'll put the image from here. You just use Docker cool tribe. That's my Docker Hub C3 costs CLI versions latest. Let's see a pool. So that's a Docker image pooling, and that's fine. That I'm running it. Docker image pool. So this downloads when you run Docker pool tribe/aws cost-cli latest, it will download the preview image, which is about approximately 8 megabyte, right? So the next thing we want to do is to we should run Docker run and we have to try AWS cost-cli help. Try AWS cost-cli. Yeah. So you can see to give you all the commands you can run to check, to monitor your cost and all. Right now, this will give you, when you run that, to give you you'll see the help output. It will list all available commands and it shows you that the tool is ready to use. Now, the next thing you want to do, for either option you're choosing, the next thing you want to do now is to configure your AWS credentials, right? We've talked about how to do that. You just want to run. Let's verify that we have our cost CLI still installed. Version here. I just want to copy. You can see it's there. Yeah, you can see it's there. Hopefully, yeah, that's fine. Run it here as well. You can see it's there as well. So 3 different methods that I'm running at the same time. Docker Hub, if you want to operate it using Docker image, if you want to use GitHub repository, and if you want to install with PI Python. So that's 3 options. So we've set all the grants now for it to run, but we still need to connect to our AWS. Right. To do that, it's simple. You just have to do AWS config. AWS configure. Right. To ask you for access key ID. So, of course, I'm going to blot this out eventually, just so that everything is secure. Secret key. Sorry, that was a mistake. AWS configure. Access key. Of course, your secret key. Region, I'm using it US61, depending on what you're using. Format, I'll leave it at JSON. JSON, uh, and so we are set now to use the AWS cost CLI, right? So you can start with AWS cost summary. There's cost summary. If your AWS, if your cost explorer is enabled and your credentials are correct, now you will see a table of your monthly total cost. For mine, you can see, right? If you see an error, check the troubleshooting link, then you can do that again, right? So all commands follow this structure, right? And there are a lot of commands you can run, and you'll be able to get what you want. For example, if you want to show the last 12 months instead of 6, because it's showing 6, want to show the last 12 months, we run AWS cost summary. Then I've got month 12. You can see that's the cost of last 12 months. If you want to export it, this is want to export it as a CSV, you run AWS cost format CSV summary. So asking it to format the summary as a CSV. See, that's it. And you can as well run. You can run daily. Check your daily AWS costs. Daily. Check what I've used today. I'm not sure I've used anything except for maybe API calls that I've made. You can check for 7 days. You can check as much. So you can see there's a lot you can do here. You don't need to have to log in, right? You can check the services that are using this cost, the AWS cost services. There's a lot you can do. It's very simple to use. All the commands you can run is contained in the GitHub repository. Right. Thank you everyone for watching. You can compare, you can forecast. Thank you for watching. You can check region as well. If you enjoy watching the video, give me a like, reshare. Anyone who will benefit from it for the whole cloud platform team. All right. Thank you everyone, and I'll speak to you soon.